Hello children, we are continuing with chapter 7, that is, can you see the pattern? Today you will be learning about quarter turn, or we can say 1/4 turn. Now here also we need to be very cautious about whether the movement of the object is going to be clockwise or it is going to be anti-clockwise. So first we will learn what happens, how the position of the object changes if we give it quarter turn clockwise. Just imagine that the object is pointing towards the right like this. Fine, and I ask you to give it 1/4 turn clockwise. Remember beta, the movement or the positions of the object in 1/4 turn is going to be like this. If the object is pointing towards the right, then from here it's going to go towards the bottom, like the movement of the hands of a clock. Why? Because it is clockwise movement. Okay. So from right it will point towards the bottom. From bottom, if I ask you to give it one more 1/4 turn clockwise, then it's going to point towards left. And if I ask you to give it one more 1/4 turn clockwise, from left it is going to point towards the top. And from top, if you give one more 1/4 turn clockwise, it is going to point towards its original position. So, from this, what do we conclude? We conclude that 4 1/4 turns will be equal to 1 whole turn. Have you understood? Now, let's learn this with the help of this triangle. I have shaded the tip of this triangle white, so that you are able to make out the change in the position of the object. Where is it pointing? It is pointing towards the right. And if we give it 1/4 turn clockwise, then where will it go? From right it is going to move towards the bottom. So after 1/4 turn, 1/4 turn clockwise, the object is going to look like this. Where is the tip of the object pointing now? It is pointing towards the bottom. Now, if I ask you to give it one more 1/4 turn clockwise, then from bottom, where will it go? It will point towards the left. And this is how the object will look after the second 1/4 turn clockwise. Now, if I ask you to give it one more 1/4 turn clockwise, where will it point? It will point towards the top. And if we give it one more 1/4 turn, this is how the object will be looking. So now you know that from 4 1/4 turns, the object is back on its original position. And that is why we said that 4 1/4 turns are equal to 1 whole turn. If you are not able to remember this way, like top, right, bottom and left, you can learn the same thing with the help of the hands of a clock also. Just imagine that this minute hand of the clock is pointing at 9 now. So where will it point? Now if you see, 9 is what? It is your left. So after 1/4 turn clockwise, it will point towards the top. From left, the object will move towards the top. From top, that is 12, it will move towards your right, which is 3. Then if we give it one more 1/4 turn, it will point towards 6, that is the bottom. And from here, if we give one more 1/4 turn, it will point towards 9, that is your left, again back to its original position. So this is how the object moves when we give it 1/4 turn clockwise. I hope this is clear to everybody. Now let's learn what happens in 1/4 turn anti-clockwise. Beta, it is Like the positions are going to remain unchanged, that is top, right, bottom, left. But this time the object is not going to move like this, like the movement of the hands of a clock. It is going to move in the opposite direction. And remember one thing, don't have this misconception in your mind that the object either points towards the top or it points towards the bottom. It can point in any direction. It can point in any direction. Fine. So if I say that this time the object is pointing towards the bottom and I ask you to give it 1/4 turn anti-clockwise, then what will happen? The object is not going to move towards the left now. This is how it is supposed to move. You just look at the position, the way these arrows are pointing. Okay, so the movement from bottom will be towards your right like this. Fine. And if I ask you to give it one more 1/4 turn or quarter turn clockwise, anti-clockwise, then from right, where will it point? It will point towards the top. Now from top, if we give it one more 1/4 turn anti-clockwise, then from top it is going to point towards the left. So just keep observing the positions of the object now, and you are able to see how the position of the object changes with every 1/4 turn. Okay. Now if I ask you to give it one more 1/4 turn anti-clockwise, then where is it pointing? It is again pointing towards the bottom. I hope this is clear to all. So let's learn the same thing with the help of the model of the clock. Now this time, let's say that the minute hand is pointing upwards. And I ask you, remember the position in the clock. If its top is presented by 12, then right is presented by 3 and 6. The bottom is presented by 6 and the left is presented by 9. And if I say give it 1/4 turn anti-clockwise, then what would happen? From 12, the object is going to move towards 9. And this is how it will look after 1/4 turn anti-clockwise. And if I ask you to give it one more 1/4 turn anti-clockwise, then it will be pointing towards 6. If I ask you to give it the third quarter turn anti-clockwise, then from 6 it's going to move to 3. It will point at 3 now. And if we give the fourth quarter turn anti-clockwise, then it will again point at 12. So this is how the object moves after every quarter turn anti-clockwise. I hope this much is clear to everybody. But remember kids, the object doesn't point in these 4 directions. You can say directions or the positions. Now these 4 are not always the positions of the object. Now just imagine that this minute hand is pointing between your left and top. Your left and top. So after 1/4 turn clockwise, where will it point? It will point between your right and top. Now again, if we give it 1/4 turn, where will it point? It will point between right and bottom, exactly between right and bottom. Now again, if we give it 1/4 turn clockwise, it will point exactly between bottom and left. Now again, if you give it 1/4 turn clockwise, where will it point? It will point exactly between your left and top. So let me make this more clear with the help of a diagram. As I was telling you that the position of the object is not always pointing at these 4 positions, that is top, right, bottom and left. It could point, the object could point between top and right, between right and bottom, between bottom and left, between left and top. So what is going to happen in this case? You already know that if the object points towards the top and you are supposed to give it 1/4 turn clockwise, then first the object is going to point towards the right like this. Then if you give it 1/4 turn, one more 1/4 turn, then it's going to point towards the bottom. If you give one more turn, then it's going to point towards the left. If you give it one more turn, this is how it will look after 4 1/4 turns. But what happens if the object is pointing, let's say, between bottom and left? Remember better. If the object is pointing between bottom and left and you are supposed to give it 1/4 turn clockwise, remember the movement will be like this. From here, the object will now point between left and top. Now you give it one more 1/4 turn clockwise. So from here, the object will point between top and right like this. And if you give it one more 1/4 turn clockwise, the object is going to point between right and bottom. You give one more 1/4 turn, where will it point? It will point towards this position, which is between bottom and left. And if you are going to give it 1/4 turn anti-clockwise, then you will turn the tip of the object here, like this, then like this, and again you are back on your original position.